I feel like not liking Falco is not a super controversial position, but... Alright, so do you have some things for me to look at about you not liking him, or...?
Okay, so 2 things off the back of my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like at one point I was better at dealing with lasers, but now there's like a new layer added to it that I'm not really grasping, so maybe I didn't understand lasers as well as I thought I did. Or maybe the purpose behind lasers, like Falcos that actually laser with a bit more intention, or just kind of autopilot lasers I'm really bad against.
Mm-hmm.
And the second is, I feel like I get kind of mixed up on shield a lot versus Falco, and I know sometimes I can just hold shield and try to near out a shield at certain moments, but I don't really have that like scenario down to like a science, if that makes sense. I kind of just do it off like I think I can get out of here or roll out of this type of mentality. I don't actually look at what's actually happening 100%.
Okay, so let me ask you, just openly, when you're trying to get out of Falco's shield pressure, like, what is the safest spot? What is the safest time for you to do so?
I think it's after a shine.
I agree. So why after the shine?
Because reasonably, I think there's only 2 options Falco can really go for, which is like maybe a jump, cancel, grab, or another like shine.
Mm-hmm.
Like those are the 2 options. I always tend to get caught by the second shine usually.
Okay.
I don't know the exact frame data behind it, but I would assume like roll would beat that 100% of the time, because Falco shine is kind of small. So maybe if I like rolled out, I don't think. So I did some studying beforehand, because the scenarios have been on my mind a lot. But I think like if I roll, as long as I don't roll past them, I think I can get out, right?
Let's see here. Let's see here. So multi-shine frame data. I believe it's a 2-frame window between the shines, is it not? That sounds about right. Because I know it can eat Fox's shine out of shield.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, yeah, it is 2 frames. I know because I calculated this at some point. And I'm looking at my work, and it's very, very accurate, I think. So
I imagine you hate Falco too, back then when you were doing that.
Yeah. But like but you've raised a good point about like how he has to hit pretty deep on your shield in order for that to work. So like what would you say, so how often would you say Falco is actually hitting your shield deep enough for like that to for that to be an issue?
I think there's definitely a certain playstyle of Falcos that are really good at it, or I feel like that's like like their go-to option, especially if they know you like to shield, right? But otherwise, like most Falcos I run into aren't really good at it at all at my level. But I'm trying to deal with Falcos a bit higher than that at the moment, because that seems to be the Falcos I keep running into.
See what I mean? Like like when I'm perfect, I totally do get her, but like yeah, it's like hard to be. I have to be pretty deep and be perfect to like do that.
Yeah,
like that. Like yeah.
So it's not 100% guaranteed, but it's also more likely to be in your favor, I guess.
Yeah. So I think that with that in mind. With that in mind, like, one thing that we want to consider is, when he comes in with, like, let's have him not act out a shield here for a second. Or not, like, if I'm coming in on your shield like this, as you can see, like, I'm hitting pretty far away from you.
Yeah.
So I think that, like, one thing I'm curious about is, what do you think about wave dash away?
I never actually considered that option.
Like, it's hard, but, like, it is quite strong. If I'm perfect, I still get you, but the nice thing about wave dash away is that you're holding away because of the wave dash, right? So
yeah,
it's like you're also not quite as likely to get blown up. Although, like, even with roll, you're not super likely to get blown up either.
The only reason I like it roll a bit more is because you can actually just buffer roll, and I feel like wave dashing might might give more room to like error in like a spot like that. Because I feel like once Falco's on my shield, I start to get a little worried.
Which is understandable.
On my shield, for that matter.
Which is understandable. I guess one question I'd have in that regard would be, you mentioned Shine JC grab, which is admittedly like a thing, but like, are we really that worried about grab?
It has popped up a fair bit.
Okay,
I don't know.
So if we hold block, like, so here's what I'm thinking. So because of Falco's jump, when Falco does his Shine JC Shine, he's in the air on the next frame. Like he's in the air for the next after the jump Shine. He has to wait 2 frames to land before he can continue the pressure string, or he has to like commit to his double jump, which means that there's always going to be a bigger window during that period. Which you could then use to wave dash out a shield, because it's at least 4 frames of gap, if not it's always at least 4 frames of gap, if not more. Which means that wave dash you can do there. You can also go for roll there. So I guess my question there would be like, yeah, like I think that rolling through him there actually makes a lot of sense, because like they almost always, like if they do the shine, like the tri jump shine like that, if they do this shit, they almost always go they'll always go forward after generally speaking, like that. Because to do the other direction would require them to like, they would almost risk like turning around in the shine.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's like that I think that makes sense as a consideration. Like if you just roll the way I'm like against the way I'm facing. So like here you'd be doing forward roll. I feel like that's not a bad idea in that sort of position. And then, like, I guess the only question is like, then you're kind of leaving yourself more open to grabbing, but, like, if they start grabbing you, then at that point it's just a mix-up. Like, if they go for Shine JC grab, like, you can wave dash out a shield on that, you can spot dodge that, you've got, like, options at that point.
Would grab beat the roll, or is it,
Oh, grab is definitely... Grab will not beat the roll away.
Okay.
I think it's a 5 frame gap.
Yeah.
And roll is like active on 4. Yeah. So it's just I don't think this is good. So that would be, so I think that when it comes to the pressure side, Falco has some mix-ups that are just kind of unavoidable, but I don't think that they're like, yeah, no. I think that they're like, again, these are just mix, like this situation is ultimately just about mix-ups.
Yeah. There's definitely a spot I struggle with the most is dealing with certain mix-ups and like trying to figure out, I guess, simpler options for me to deal with them. Because usually like when it's like really fast-paced, all of a sudden like I'm not even thinking about the next mix-up. I'm struggling to keep up with what just happened and what's gonna happen in the future. And then when you add lasers into the mix, it gets extra annoying. And so I tend to, I guess, crumble a bit.
Do you find you get overwhelmed?
A little bit, yeah. I feel like when there's like both lasers and like shield mix-ups put into the mix, it's hard for me to like catch my breath unless I like, you know, obviously I can go to Plaid, I can do like the general game plan of like force Falco to go into the other Plaid or force him to approach. But at a certain point, I feel like Falco's kind of get used to that.
I feel like you need a bet. Like I almost wonder, like, do you? So something I try to help people with, and I don't know if I've gone over this with you already, but like, I try to get people to like think about the opponent's matchup goals, i.e., like at the percent that I am at, what does my opponent want to hit on me?
Yes.
Okay.
We have gone over this.
Cool. So like, do you think that there's a way that we can like use this to inform our decision making here? Because I think that the big thing here is like we're not sure what he's trying to do with his pressure string, but I think if we like apply that idea to this, then maybe there is a way that we can be a little bit more, like, you know, maybe there is a way that we can kind of figure that out. Because I think that like Falco, for all his pressure, is still a character who requires specific hits at specific percents to really get the party started on us. So I wonder if we're like, because like, you know, his down air is better at low percents, but then his nair and back air become a lot better at like middle percents, and then again at like higher percents he starts looking for things like back air and F smash because those are good again. Like I feel like he's a lot more structured than people think he is.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. I think I could try to think around it. What kind of confuses me about that is that I feel like once like we're on like raw neutral and like it's kind of like, you know, like Street Fighter where like they just have fireballs but like really annoying ones. Mm-hmm. It's hard to kind of deal with the high-low mix-up there as well. I feel like Falco has a ton of mix-up now that I think about it. But like outplaying certain positions is really difficult in my mind, or at least trying to understand like that's another thing why I also came to this, because like I also don't understand 100% what Falco might be going for sometimes.
Do you have a match for us to look at?
Yeah, I got this one.
Yeah, so let's crack it open and take a look-see.
This Falco in particular, I kind of picked up some of the patterns after watching it over. Like they're very prone to like instantly like going for like an aerial after like a laser, or like moving after a laser. And I think stuff like that kind of like throws them off pretty easily.
Yeah, so let's see here. So I'm just going to refresh these and we'll open these up. Where are we? Alright, there we go. Okay, let's start with the Yoshi story game. And we'll see what we can come up with. Sharing screen now. Alrighty. 80%, this is good. Alrighty. So you can see you can see everything, right?
Yes.
Hell yeah. So, okay, let's start this from the beginning. What does Falco want to hit on us at 0? Not counting laser. Not counting laser. Laser's a fireball. He's going to do that anyway.
Let's see. I want to say dare.
Okay. Cool. So he up tilted us, but we were in the air. So, do you think he still wants dare, or do you think he wants something else?
I still think he wants dare. Oh.
Yeah. So he went for down. He's going for down airs. Like he did go for a down air. What about at 71? What do you think he wants?
I think he can go for bear or F smash here. At Yoshi's at least. Like try to get me off stage more.
Yeah, that makes sense. This is good.
Oh, I missed the fair. It's okay.
Hell yeah. Should be a dead bird. So I like what you're doing so far. There's a few moments, though, that I noticed that we have the opportunity to, like, pressure him harder on his landing, and we're just really not taking them. So, like, how this would look is, like... Okay, we get this.
Oh.
So, like, we get this. There wasn't anything there, but I do think we're still, like, hanging back a bit more. A bit more than I'd like. So, like, we have this going on. Why are we going into our shield after all these?
I guess I'm actually not too sure. Am I good there? Like, I guess like does take laser F tilt work there? I guess.
I mean, I don't really know if it's like. So I guess it's more like, couldn't we just grab him here? If he's right in front of us like this, why are we not looking for grab? Why are we not looking for jab grab? Like, why not like short hop rising fair to like slap him in case he tries to go in the air? Like, we could also use.
I see.
Yeah, like why are we allowing him to go first?
I think I'm just kind of scared. The first like stock was him just like moving around a bunch and lasering to the point where like I didn't expect him to shift his tempo like that, to just stay in spots or lasering.
Oh,
like,
okay. I mean, also, he's still moving around though. Like, that's the thing. So like, but do you see what this is what I want to get at. So you get this you come off with this fair. You go for this power shield, but like this entire time he's traveling down here, we could be F-tilting, we could be down-tilting, we could be jabbing him. Like before this laser actually comes out and hits and like controls the space, I feel like the big thing here is just like we're so committed to like with him being here against Sheik like this is I think a really critical spot that we want to like flag more, because we're not pushing buttons when he's coming into our zone in front of us. So what do you think makes sense here? What's a play that you think would work much better, that would work better? Because you go for power shield here, I believe.
Yeah.
So like instead of power shield, because power shield I get it, but like I don't really love it here. What's something that could make more sense than power shield? Because power shield only works if we like if we get the laser timing, and we also there's a lot of things that have to happen for power shield to work. Whereas with like even if we get it, like we're just getting a grab, like which gives us what, a knockdown. Why not skip the middleman and just like hit him?
I see.
Yeah.
Never considered it. Also, I guess you've already seen my playstyle quite a bit. I'm very prone to being more,
reactive.
Yeah, not reactive, but, like, I also like, just, like, counter-hitting more, or, like, punishing, their approach more than I approach.
Mm-hmm. Are we not doing that, though, if we F-tilt him here?
Yeah, that's true.
Because he's, like, approaching with a slow move, and then we're beating him to the punch. Like, I feel like that's exactly counter-hitting him.
Yeah. Never actually considered that.
Like, if Ganondorf was faring here, would we be trying to shield it, or we would be kicking him?
I personally would try to shield it because I'm afraid, but...
But you can see, and, like, fair enough,
yeah.
but, like, there is merit to kicking him.
Yeah. Laser's not that crazy. Especially at this spacing.
Yeah.
So I should be able to interrupt it or hit it. Or at least, like, take laser punish, right? If I do
we're not taking. Let's stop trying to take laser. Let's try to Let's try to just kick him in the jaw. So we crouch. He's gonna be blue because he's blue. So we crouch. He's approaching laser, right?
Yeah.
Approach laser. And how did we get into this mess? What happened? What led to this position?
I was on plat and waiting for an approach, and I did a read runoff fair.
Okay, cool. So let's just. So we run off. We run off platform when he like short hop lasers at like far away. So he retreats short hop lasers, and we dash run off platform.
Yeah.
Okay, so retreat laser. Retreat high laser. And then we run off platform. When we run, dash to run off platform. Run off plat. And then laser misses. Laser misses. Misses, because like that's what happened. So then he approach laser. We crouch. And then we power shield, and then like this is where we are. So this is step 4, which is what's here. So then we're gonna change this last step. So we go for power shield, but instead we're thinking F-tilt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just
cook him.
F-tilt, anti-air.
It's a wild anti-air. It's a...
I mean, he's fireballing at us. Like, what else do you call this?
It's a funny way to think about it. I always thought up tilt as like the anti-air.
The wonderful thing about Sheik is anything can be an anti-air if you really think about it.
Yeah, that's what I really like about her.
Yeah, she's very all-purpose in that way. So okay, have we done a work backwards like this before, where we chart the moves like this?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Fair enough. So why do you think I've written it out like this?
I guess to break down the scenario easier and kind of see step by step what's going on.
Yeah, because like it doesn't really help us if I just tell you to like, oh, if he's gonna approaching laser, do forward tilt, because like we need to know like what sorts of situations precede an approaching laser, because otherwise otherwise it's really hard for you to see that coming. So that's why we've like laid it out, because they're like it's like having the map directions to like a destination like laid out for you in advance.
Yeah, you have to know how to create the situation to actually exploit it
and recognize it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because like there is an element of creating here, but there's also like this is a 2-player game. He has agency too.
Yeah.
So like here's another one. So like we run into this laser after we get hit here. I don't think we needed to really do anything here, though. Like, I'm wondering why we're trying to, like... So, actually, yeah. So, you're trying to, like, hit him out of this, but the laser hits you first. One question I'd have is... Do you, like... What do you think could have worked better? Because I like the idea of, like... hitting him for doing this approaching laser. I just think that we're, like, a little too... You had to swing, like, now. Now this could you could do that. You could just swing earlier if you wanted to. You could also like let him go under you, or you could also move to the other side of the platform. Either way, though, this is just too late. When we're swinging is just too late. So, with that in mind, what do you think would work better than that fair there? Like, what would you like to do instead?
I wonder if I can just. This might be a little tricky input wise, but like run, turn around. Like shield turnaround, like bear, like shield drop bear.
Oh, so like kind of like go here, turn around, and then slide off with bear in some way.
Yeah, or just way dash off bear, but that might also be too slow.
So So the reason it's too slow. Look at how much time you spend here. So you spent like 7 frames traveling before you actually swung. You see that?
Yeah.
So it's like if you had done the fair even like even just like a little bit sooner, like So if you do the fair right now, then you will get him.
Mm.
The other thing I'm wondering though is if you see him back up like this to the other side here, like what if we shot needles? Like what if we short hop needled?
It would probably stop their approach.
Yeah.
Especially if we're assuming that they're just gonna like run up, jump laser, draw laser.
Yeah. Well, like the thing here is, I wonder, like when with you and him being on opposite sides of the stage here, like him being over here, you being here, what does he have that contests needles effectively here?
Nothing, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Besides like attempting to laser, but that just gets beat by needles.
Well, I feel like it draws, right? Like, because we're basically controlling the 45. He shoots forward to control the lane. So if he advances, we just kind of get him. But if he doesn't advance, then we just kind of draw. That seems pretty good. Like, he has to get by them first before they're a problem. But if he tries to just directly act on them, we probably will stop him first. So I think with that in mind, needles make a ton of sense here.
Mm.
Do you think this is the one that we might want to flag as a situation? Because, like, I think that we're probably here a lot, and... Like, do you think that this comes up a lot? Like, where we try to directly contest someone when we could just where we could just create breathing room by, like, setting up our projectile?
Absolutely. I definitely feel like I have a habit of just going straight to plat, waiting a bit, and then going for the old cheek fair off plat.
Gotcha. So, like,
not really considering what else I can do.
Gotcha. So, you know what? This is where we want to set up from, because this is where we're actionable. So what we do here is we dash forward after this, and then try to contest. We like wait and then try to contest him. So let's let's maybe get a frame where we're like, okay, so this is you do move after this one. So we had the right frame. After this frame, this is when you start moving forward. So now let's map out a better response. So like, how did we get into this mess? What did he do that put us on the platform? And if you're not sure, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, so let's get the things we know. So run forward, fair, run forward, fair. So we know that this is what we're going to do, and this is where he is. So like, whatever happened before this, let's figure that out. So we get shined and up-aired, and we land here. Cool.
Oh, so they retreated. Interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, why is that interesting?
I find it interesting because I feel like Falco could probably just continue the pressure on there, or did they just Well, I'm on plat. I mean, I expect to go that far, right? I feel like Falco's better underneath plat in this scenario. Like once I'm on plat, like they can just go back. They can come back down and maybe aim for like dare to continue shield pressure, but maybe.
So if he falls through here and you just shoot a needle on the way down. Like, if he falls here, and you shoot a needle at him on the way down, does it really, like... He probably just gets hit by it, right?
Yeah. And then I was thinking the opposite direction, like, instead of, like, holding forward and then going to the right of the plat.
Oh, going at you like this?
Yeah, with, like, dare or something.
Oh, what if you fast fall through the platform?
Oh, that's true.
Then you just, like, get to short hop back air him, and, like, then he's, like, here, and you're below him safe. So you just get to, like, short hop fast fall back air until he's, like, while he's in the corner, trapped on a platform. This seems terrible. Yeah. This seems absolutely atrocious.
Some better players would recognize, or would, like, preemptively go against these scenarios. I wouldn't even, like, think about doing it.
No, but, like, what I want to point out is, this is why he's doing that.
Yeah.
So he short hop. So he shine to up air. Then he like. So then we land on. So then we go over here. So land on side plat. No, or actually we kind of like DI above. No, DI above left plat. Plat. So then he runs. So then he runs off top plat. Run off. Top plat to floor, top plat, bracket lands, on lands. So then we land. And then like then we do this run forward fair. At the same time, like he land, and then I guess he like dash forward, yeah, dash forward. Laser, and then we run forward fair. And what we're saying here is instead of this, so this would be the step we're on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool, so we're on step 5. So this is where we are. And now this is the play we're changing. So we're thinking we're going to do needles. Because needles make a lot of sense here. So instead we're going to do this. We're going to just jump forward and control space with our needles. So then instead of this, short hop, needles. Because this boxes him out of the space where he wants to move into, and kind of like allows us to stay on the platform, which is strong for us. And then just kind of just makes his life a little bit more difficult with like taking control of the match. I think I just saw something. Ah, yes. So, talk to me about like this punish you go for him on, and you go for on him. So you're trying to punish this back air, yes?
Yeah.
How are you trying to punish it? Like what's the plan here?
Seeing either like trying to dash attack into it. See, without hip, that's bad because dash attacks hitbox a little weird, I think.
Yeah, it's mostly above and behind her. So like its dash attack isn't good at winning fights. So I don't hate the idea of dash attacking here or him here or grabbing him here. I just think that we need to acknowledge that we need to be like, what do you think the limit of how far forward you can go is?
Definitely like right where I'm at right now is probably as far as I would want to go.
I think you can dash 1 or 2 frames forward, like, but you have to turn back like right now, basically.
Yeah.
So I would say that like this is like this. I would say in general, like this whole concept of like where we want to be relative to Falco is like very, 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 very important. Because like knowing that our dash attack and grab are not that good at winning exchanges. Like he basically like traveled from here to here, right?
Yeah.
So like this is where we have like this kind of represents the line on like where we have to be behind, like that we have to be behind, because this is where his hitboxes are going to be. So like this we have to turn back. We have to turn back here. We don't have a choice. Like this is really where our we really want our dash and dance zone to be kind of like here.
Okay.
Does this make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is like DD zone. And then like, no. Stay out.
Is there anything I can do about that landing bear, or is it just like, I just kind of have to accept it? Because I also struggle sometimes where I try to like whiff punish like a landing aerial, and they just recover fast enough to just kind of get out of it.
So the thing about this landing bear is that he's going to have to L cancel it, because there's going to be 10 frames of L cancel on this, which is plenty for dash dance grabbing. Now, if you want to anti-air him, you totally can, but like what you'd have to do is you'd have to enter run. You'd have to be in run around here. So the way that would work is like alternatively stand/run, no, stand/crouch here, and down tilt, because you'll sweep him. Because your down tilt hitbox hits like that, so you'll just get right under him. If you could turn your back to him sooner somehow, and then you could also just anti-air with back air. Because back air beats like Falco's moves very, very, very reliably if you position it. Is that something you knew about? Like, did you know that back air like kind of like just like farms his moves?
No.
Oh, that is something.
I always felt like spaces always kind of beat me in the air sometimes.
Oh God. Okay, so I'm gonna show you something. Because, like, this is important. This is, like, you know what? I'm starting to realize that I take a lot of the things I know for granted. And, like, y'all just don't, like, it's not, like, y'all just literally just don't know. Okay, so come here, you. Come here, princess. Actually, we'll have you be up here. Yeah, so we'll have him save positions, and we'll have him do... So, okay, so let me actuate shit. Okay, that's good. We have it. Fighter collision. Cool. So that one thing. See how it just cleaves through it?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter which side I'm on either. Like I can make it win. I can make it win on either side. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're having trouble with Falco down airing from high or like back airing or whatever, just fucking back air him.
Got it.
Like it might trade, but like you see, I can very easily make it not trade. Did you know? So like, is this? So this is something like this is something useful then, right?
Yeah, yeah. I knew like bear was crazy, but like I don't know, it was that crazy.
Cleaves through Falco down air. Like
that's like a huge headache I deal with, because like usually my like way of dealing with stuff like this is just like I'll just stay on the left and right plat and like call out or like read where they're gonna go to next, kind of like Jigglypuff. Because sometimes like spaces will kind of just like play around the plat for a bit before coming back down.
Yeah, and you can see like the other moves I have don't line up nearly as cleanly into this.
Yeah.
Like, but back air is just like back air, like down smash kind of does it, but like down smash has the intangibility frame. But this thing is just like the truth. It's just like, boom.
Yeah, it just works.
Yeah, it's just like this is why I keep telling. This is why I often tell people like Sheik is one of like the sharking characters like Falcon and Marth. Partly because like even though she doesn't have it on as convenient of a move as like an up air or a forward air, her back air is still, like, her follow-ups after her back air are better than theirs, because she has all her anti-air tilts and, like, she has all her frame 5 tilts and her, like, such a consistent grab follow-up. So, like, you really can just, like, beat people by just, like, you know, in advantage state, like, floaties and stuff, by just, like, boxing them out with, like, your back air. And then, like, if they, whatever they do about the back air, like, you just then punish it after. Like, it's a pretty good strat. And, like, these are trading, but, like, even still, like, this A isn't a bad trade, and the other thing here is, like, a lot of these are still winning, though. So, yeah, I would say that, like, just back air him. Like, it sounds silly, but, like, I mean it. Just, like, kick him.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Let us continue. But, yeah, I wanted you to see that, because I think it's important to... Seeing is believing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are things I'm definitely going to start laughing out a bit more.
Yeah, kick Falco. Like...
Yeah.
Because I feel like... Yeah, so we were over here, I think. Yeah, it was after the combo. So we had this thing happen, and then he like kills us.
Yeah, that was like that double shine there is like annoying. Yeah, that was just about earlier. Like I tried grabbing or doing anything, and it just keeps shining through me.
This one?
Yeah, I tried to like grab it right, but we already discussed that like grab doesn't work.
This was a wave shine.
That was wave shine?
Yeah, watch.
Oh, I meant grab on my end.
I know, but like I'm saying, he wave dash shined. You could have grabbed him this entire time.
Damn. That was too slow.
Yeah, you were like you grabbed like really really late here. So I would say that like in general, like I would almost say that like just have it like getting a better sense of like when you can shield grab after the shine isn't a bad place for me to like. I thought this guy was going to be doing like actual JC shines and stuff, but if he's just wave shining, yeah, just shield grab him. Like it's shield grab or nair to shield. Like to me the bigger thing here is just it looks like your timings out of shield could use cleanup.
Yeah. I would say like this Falco was more on the annoying laser end than the annoying shield pressure end.
Yeah, and like what I notice here is that like when you then start getting when this starts happening, you start trying to like walk into him and forward tilt, which is like usually that is a bad sign for me when I see a Sheik doing that. So like let's look at this. Let's look at this for a moment. So what's something we could be do after this laser hits us? What's something we could do instead of this forward tilt? Like, what do you think makes more sense here? Because right now we have a problem. Like this happens. We then wave dash into him, trying to hit him, and I'm not sure I love like how we go about trying to engage his territory. You know? Yeah.
I mean, looking at it, detached from the game itself, right? Mm-hmm. Flat would probably be safer, and going back to the needle game plan because they're close enough for it.
Yeah, that makes sense. The one thing I would consider: what if we wave land off the platform and fair him?
Oh.
Like, kind of do this motion.
Would it hit from there?
I don't know. Maybe assure you.
It'd be better than
It's probably better than trying to like muscle our way in with this, though.
Okay.
Or alternatively, like if we take we take the laser and then after we take this laser, what if we shield close to him?
Mm-hmm. That's true. And if we went back from earlier with like looking at percent and assuming what they want, F smash was the most likely option.
Yeah. So I actually think that shielding here makes a lot of sense. No, makes the most sense. Because we're at like a high percent. The only thing he has that kills it, like he doesn't really want to pressure us, right? Mm-hmm. Like he doesn't really want to shield pressure us in this kind of position. So maybe it's
shield here.
Yeah. Like if we just block here, I feel like this makes a ton of sense because we go for walk forward tilt again. I think that's what we're trying to do, but like we can easily just block.
Yeah.
Yeah. So take laser shield. It sounds silly, but like it's surprisingly good. So let's actually flag this one because I think this one is a useful one. Okay, so we come up here. We're doing stuff. So it's like here. So then take laser. Shield. If you want to be super pro, you could take the laser dash back, but I think that because that also is good versus this kind of like aggressive play. But I think take laser shield is fine. So how did we get into this position? What was he doing?
He was lasering us in the corner.
Yeah. So that's definitely going to be a step on his end. So let's say short hop laser. And then how did we got here by like so then we then take laser walk F tilt.
Yeah.
Walk F tilt. And that's where we are, and I think we did that earlier as well. Because I think we took laser twice then. Take laser F tilt.
Yeah. A lot of this is from like a recent lesson I picked up from another player, I think. Mm-hmm. Discussing like take laser F tilt ranges.
Mm-hmm.
So I started like working on implementing that on my end.
Makes sense.
So that's why you see this a lot more on these videos. So I was like, yeah, laser's annoying. Let me try take laser F tilt more.
Yeah.
But
what he's doing is he's like basically just playing outside of that range. Like you can see that like, so we wave dash forward, got it. So we wave dash forward out of shield. Wave dash forward. And then we F tilt and we try to F tilt, right?
Yeah.
F tilt. And then it's like short hop laser. And then we take laser, F tilt, dash away, short hop laser, and then we try to do this, and then he F smashes us. So this is where we are. So like what we want to do here is, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is step 5. And then instead of this, we're going to, because that's what we're going for, we're going to say shield. Because like he's clearly playing around this, and like this is the other indicator. The other really big one. Because if you get this shield, like the big thing is, even though Falco is good at winning neutral, a lot of his wins in neutral aren't really worth anything at higher percents, or aren't worth like a kill at higher percents. Like there's a lot of ways to defend against him. Like I feel like out of the characters, you see him get Omsatect. That was a good F tilt. That's a good dash attack for like punishing the laser. But yeah, you see him get like Omsatect like over and over and over again for people living to insane percents, like more than other characters, I think. You know what I mean? That edgeguard has something worth flagging, possibly. So you do this, and then like I'm curious, you're trying to reverse fair him, but what's the real goal here? Like what is the thing we're trying to prevent from happening?
From Falco returning from stage?
Yeah, but like how does Falco recover successfully here? Like he has to hit the platform, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what if we up air? Because you'll just slap him off after it, right?
Yeah, jump is gone at this point if I do up air.
Yeah. Right? So like what do we care? Like do we really care how we hit him?
As long as we keep him in the air, I guess it's fine.
Yeah. So, but I get the feeling that doesn't occur to you. So what do you think stops you from looking at that as a solution?
I guess because I feel like they can still come down with like pretty strong aerials like Dare and stuff, so it's hard for me to like continue hitting them.
You don't think that
was just a mistake.
You don't think that the fair will combo after the up air?
I don't think so.
Really?
Wouldn't they shoot really high up at 75?
I don't know. Will they? No, let's consult the calculator. Because I think the calculator will know. Because it is a calculator. It's what it's for.
Yeah.
Up air. Clean. We're saying we're on Yoshi's story around here. Hold there and snap the surfaces off just for posterity. We'll say he's being hit. We'll say we hit him on the right side. So he's DIing in like this. And then let's make him Falco. I don't know. This looks pretty doable. He was at 75, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks very doable. Because we're going to hit him and land, then we just have to go up and hit him, right?
Yeah.
I guess if we hit him across the stage, we can still probably get there. We probably just have to run in short hop fair him.
Yeah.
And like if he's DIing like up and like this or something, like this is free. Like if he's DIing like in towards the stage like this, like I guess he could go to the top platform. Maybe he gets there before we do, but I don't think so. I think we can usually slap him first because we're gonna land. We're gonna land almost immediately after hitting him. So. I think that we've learned something here, haven't we? Like up air, I think that like up air is like I think that you think up air is a lot stronger than it actually is.
Yeah, he was just juggling the air more.
Yeah. So like the other thing here is like if up air is with what I think that part of what makes you I think is scared to do this is that if I accidentally hit them too high, because I know about I already knew about the back air thing, I know that, like, if he's trying to come down, I just get into back air sharking position, and then I just cook him. But, like, if you don't know that, then how are you going to know to, like, you know, I feel like what comes next. But I would say that this is a position where it's like, yeah, this is an up air spot. Like, up air can work here at this alignment.
Do you think
yeah,
ledge dash bear would also work, or be fast enough to catch the landing?
So the reason I don't like ledge dash bear is because let's look at how we set up this edge guard. So we get this here. So if you ledge dash bear and he goes, like, the reason I think you're jumping like this is because you're, like, reacting to him, like, moving in the up B. Which means that if you ledge dash bear, you have to do it earlier, which means you can't cover him going diagonally or going straight. That's my problem with it.
Got it.
Now, one thing that you might want to consider is, can you just cover everything? Like, for instance, like, can you just, like, could we just be, like, coming up with, like, ledge hop bear into auto cancel and then up tilt him as he hits the platform? Like, you can see the motion I'm talking about, right? Like, it's just like, ledge hop here, back air here, land, up tilt.
But if this is assuming I'm still reacting, right? Like,
well, no, we're not reacting at that point. We're just trying to cover everything. So we're just, it's like, because I think that's something on the table here. I think that if we do the ledge hop back air, like the idea is that we'd be, like, ledge hop back airing so that if he comes forward or goes down, we hit him as we're coming up.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like we do that, and then once he's the only place he has to go at that point is, like, up and onto the platform. So then we just up tilt him through the platform because we can.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That does make sense. I run into that scenario a lot. Like, that specific up B area is something it's like an annoying spot I do with a lot. Around this ranks where, like, they usually opt to go high, but I like, bear isn't, like, long enough to, like, reach sometimes, or, like, they just angle it just right. They go above my bear. And then I end up, like, just having to deal with the annoying, like, high recovery afterwards.
Yeah. I wonder if we can quickly create I know I should learn how to use R-Wing for this, but I think that, like, we might be able to create that scenario quickly enough. Because I want to give you, like, so what percent was he at? He was at, like, 70? He was at, like, 60-something going into it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So he was at 53, then he got, because he's at 75 when all's said and done, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so, like, let's try to create a recording real quick. Because I think that, like, seeing this is, like, I think that seeing this might help you. Yeah, so this, into this, this, and then let's have him CPU mode, CPU options, trajectory DI. None. Okay, and then let's do, so playback, we'll now have him record. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so he's a little too far, so let me just adjust his recovery. Yeah, that looks better. Cool. Like, that's the idea here. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, the other thing here is, like, if we then had him... Like, if we had him do that, like, something like that... Oh, wait. Playback. So, like, we're covering, like, we're just kind of, like, covering, like, you see how it works. Like, if he comes down and forward, we're, like, hitting him, like, we're hitting him with our back air when he comes up, if he goes straight forward or down forward, and then if he lands on the platform, then we just, like, back air again or something.
Yeah. That's neat. I find it interesting that you do, like, an air dodge to ledge.
It's a messed up wave dash.
Oh.
But you can see, like, we can still back air again, too. Like, we could still back air again, too.
Yeah. I thought it was intentional, sorry.
But yeah, so that edge guarding structure, that makes sense, though. So So with that in mind, is that something that you want to flag and like put some time, like, and like make a note of for, because like the whole, like, you see how the theory of this works, right? Like basically like we're doing like we're creating a position where we can cover like all the option, like a larger swath of the options. You could still do the up air like on reaction. Like there are advantages to doing like the aerial like that, but you see how tight we can be with this position, with this coverage.
Yeah, you're creating option selects basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Which is definitely much needed for me, I feel like, at this point, because I'm like running into scenarios where like there are just too many things for me to like figure out how to cover at once.
Yeah, like, and but this is like so clean because like,
yeah,
like it's so good.
It covers a lot, and I like that. I feel like whenever I do something, it's usually meant to cover like one or two things, and that's it. But this like helps expand it to like multiple options at once.
Yeah, and like you have to be quick on this, but like in fact, if we have random, I'm pretty sure I can just do the same back air on, like the same back air combination on like this if I don't mess up the Sammy stall. So I don't have see what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, I messed up that one, but you see, like, it's just a matter of like getting the timing and spacing right. So it's just, and at that point, you're not really like you're not having to play as many like guessing games. It's just like do the thing.
Yeah, that's something I definitely need to flag and do more. Because again, like I feel like mix-ups like that are usually what messes me up the most.
Yeah, and like the thing is like we can see that he's choosing to be like. He's having to give up something by like in order to do those plays. He has to give up something because like he's like, how do I put this? He like whenever you are doing a recovery, right? So in this spot, what I would say here is in this spot, for him to do the recovery up like this, from here to go here, what happens is that he then has all this extra fall time between where he goes and where he ends up that we can punish, right? Whereas if he just kind of like goes directly towards the stage or the ledge from here or here, he has significantly less fall time.
Yeah.
So like, and the benefit of that is pretty clear. Like this is much less fall time than this, and this is like no fall time at all. So like so the way that this edgeguard structure works is we're basically covering the two fastest options first with Sheik's back air. So like like this is what's being covered by back air 1.
Yeah.
And then like so like this is being like bear 1. And then like whatever we land when Sheik lands, this is like whatever space she can cover with her next action, which is usually up here, which is usually like this stuff, like this kind of space. This would be covered by like up tilt bear / 2.
Yeah.
Usually it's going to be bear 2. This is the better one. And like this one's kind of like fast, but it's not quite as good. But I would say that like this kind of structure is generally good with like every character. This is also really good if it like on stages without a platform here, like FD or Dreamland, where it's further back. The spacing is still like the area is still the same. It's just like you wind up covering like this area with your bear 2, because like then it becomes more about like your F tilt or something. So we can actually flag that. So like F tilt / down smash / jab, because like you see how we'd like then cover this area afterwards if we didn't have a space here that they can land on, right? Yeah, you could still also jump inwards with bear, but I would say that this is kind of like this is kind of like the classic 1-2 punch of Sheik's edgeguarding. Like again, Sheik's whole thing is that like she can do like she has a very powerful aerial into like next thing transition. So we're just applying that to an edgeguarding structure.
Okay.
Does this make sense?
This makes sense.
Hell yeah. I know that this is not like...
I gotta, like, practice a lot.
Huh?
It's something I'm definitely gonna start practicing a bit more. At least, like, getting into, like, routine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would be much to practice. Now do I understand it.
Yeah, probably not. Like, again, a lot of this stuff is pretty straight. A lot of this stuff is pretty straightforward when you have it laid out like this. But it's just, yeah, finding the initial structure is kind of like the tricky part. With that in mind, you know, we have a couple minutes. We have about 5 minutes left. Is there anything else you want to kind of go over together? Like, I know we have that second match that second match. I also know, I think you're at work though, so like I just want to make sure. Do we actually have 5 minutes?
We have 5 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I just have to go in the office tomorrow. That's why.
So talk to me. So in our last 5 minutes, what do you want to do? How do you foresee this time being productive?
Not sure in 5 minutes unless you want like lightning round replay 2 if anything stands out to you.
No, I mean, I'm down to try. Like, we'll probably have to do it at normal speed, but yeah, like we can just kind of go through it, and if anything stands out, yeah, we'll take it one thing at a time.
Okay.
Cool. So let me get it on my screen, and here we go.
I will ask that one moment you pointed out where Falco was just like lasering in my face for a bit. I assume I can just like hard punish that.
Oh yeah, like when Falco's lasering in your face, like I think the biggest thing with here is, so okay, this is another thing. So you're going for these power shields, but even when you get them, it doesn't look like you know what you're supposed to do with them.
Yeah.
So I'd say so really quickly, what's something that makes sense here?
Wave dash forward grab.
I mean that can work. I'd say shield grabbing makes some amount of sense.
Yeah, that too.
Like,
I guess at this site, like, I didn't think they would be close enough for a shield grab.
Oh, they're not, but like, they're not, but they walk forward after, so the fact that we're still, like, not shield grabbing stands out to me. The thing that I was gonna say is, fair or near out of shield.
Oh, true.
So I'd say, like, yeah, I'm actually gonna grab that one, so yeah, you stand power shield this laser. We're gonna actually make a quick note of this one because this one's actually like this one I saw it in the other game too, so we're just gonna do a quick one on this one. We're just gonna do like 3 steps. If you need to add more on your own, you can do that independently. But this is like absolutely very, very important. So let's see here, 100. So Falco did what? So short hop, advancing laser. You stand power shield. And PS, so this is 2, and then we're gonna say fair or near out of shield. Yeah, so get your damage on him. You earned you earned your damage.
Yeah. Good.
Okay, cool. So moving on from that, let's see here. This is good. After you land from this fair, what should we do here? Quickly, like after you land from this shield drop fair, what do you think we should be doing?
Dashing back.
Dashing back or shielding, exactly. So this is like, I would say that this is like also an important thing worth noting. I'm gonna trust you to know, and we'll just do dash back, dash back. What's something else? Or shield.
I was thinking like up tilt.
Or up tilt, yes. Punish him. Make him hurt. Like he just fucking pushed a button into Sheik. Like after Sheik's auto cancel fair. Like like what?
I do think I played a lot better this game than the last game, but it still wasn't enough, sadly. They also started BMing towards the end, which is like, alright.
So if you grab the edge here, you can do that like same structure we talked about, or you can just like short hop, or you can just like full hop back here. But yeah, like I would say that like, as you can see here, like there's like a lot of the things that we kind of went over are like applicable here.
Yeah, I will say in that scenario, that was just my adaptation of just like, I know they're gonna up me at that spot, but obviously I didn't think it fully through.
Well, I mean, yeah, because if you know they're gonna be there, like fucking back air them, like just jump out there and hit them. I cannot emphasize this enough. If you know that they're gonna do something, just be greedy about it. Like, have confidence in your read. There we go. Like laser, wave dash out of shield, like F tilt. Like this is what I'm talking about. Like this is that good shit. Block Nair, let's go! Like, the thing is, he should not... Like, the biggest thing about this matchup is that Falco should not feel... There we go, that's run off, like, go across the platform. Yeah, you were playing so much better this game. Like, Falco should not feel this comfortable doing anything against you. Like, when Falco is comfortable, that means that you're not, like... We haven't done enough to, like, disrupt his... Like, this is great. Yeah, we wanted to, like, capitalize that on a little harder with, like, the opening he gave us. But, like, the structure of, like, the jabs into, like, the jabs and such, all of this is gold. Like, that stock was really, really well played. If Falco's comfortable, it means we're doing something wrong because he should be afraid of dying, or he should be afraid of dying at all times. So if he's not afraid of dying, then, like... Yeah, like then that means something. In fact, that's going to be one of our takeaways. So takeaways, edge guard structure. No, edge guarding. We're going to make a note about that edge guard. Edge guard structure. Bear 1 to cover ledge and forward. Ledge and forward. Bear 2 or other to cover the high/slow trajectory. No, slow trajectories. As an alternative to reading the opponent. And then the other one is have a plan. No, power shield plan. Power shield planning. Know what we are doing with our power shield after. No, if we get it. Nair/fair oos, wave dash oos f tilt, grab, etc. And then the big one is yeah. Platforms, no platforming. The platforming for safety, that's just going to be the bit about needles. Yeah, oh my god, this motherfucker. I hate this person.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, short hop, needles on side plat. When you've finished, it's sort of, as a way to take some neutral control back. Control back, and then love this. This is good. Yeah, take laser. This guy really taunted there. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I think they just assumed I was dead. Like, I'm not dead. At this point, I definitely do struggle at high percent versus Falco because I feel like I'm one strong hit away from death.
I feel that. I think this is, though, like when we want to start looking for take laser shields and stuff, because, again, if he thinks that we're going to try to F-tilt him, then we can bait that. But I do have somebody at 6. I gotta go. But all this is good. No, you're happy with what we went over? This is good?
Yep. Thank you.
All right, hell yeah. Take care.
Take care.